Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As you hop on, let me know where you're tuning in from. My name is Jen Quam, and I'm here with my friend Roxzane, and we are going to share what Roxzane did in 5 days to feel like herself again. We're super excited about this. So I'm in British Columbia, Canada. My name is Jen Quam. I have been in health and wellness with this particular company for 6 years. I am certified as a personal fitness trainer, and I love helping people feel better, healthier, stronger, more confident, all those things. Roxzane, why don't you introduce yourself to the people?
My name is Roxzane Armstrong. I'm from Red Deer, Alberta. I am a new empty nester these days and adjusting to life like that. I am a social marketer with Modere and also pursuing some acting dreams on the side.
I
I
love
don't know which of these is on the side. These days, they're kind of both. Yeah.
So I like to say I'm a half empty nester. So if you are in the empty nest era or chapter, drop that down below. Just put hashtag empty nesting. So let's talk a little bit about that to start with, Roxzane. You had said something interesting to me a little while ago about how being an empty nester has changed how you feed yourself. I would love to hear more about that because I bet it resonates with other people.
I have just found since only being I'm a single person as well, so empty nesting makes me in a home by myself with my puppies, and it gets boring just feeding yourself all of the time. And I have found that my eating schedule and my just eating quality has really kind of taken a hike. Um, I tend to grab things that are quick because it's really boring to make a whole meal for yourself. So it really has changed the way I've eaten and fed myself, and not in a good way.
Yeah, so if that's you out there listening, let us know in the comments. Okay, so we're here to share about the 5 day drop. So it's all about the fives. So it's 5 days, 5 pounds, 5 products. Okay, so it's all about the fives. So tell us your experience. When did you do your 5 day drop? And let's start with day one. What was that like?
I did mine. I started June 13th, so June 13th to the 18th. Day one, I'm not going to lie, was hard because I did not realize, I learned some big things about myself. I did not realize how addicted to caffeine I am. I did not know how much addicted to sugar I am. And I didn't know how much I snacked. I mean, I know I haven't ate great, but I didn't realize how much I go to the cupboard to snack. So it was not day one was not easy. I
And
think
thank you for sharing that. So for anyone that's been
yeah,
watching the 5 day drop, you're going to fast while drinking a ton of water and taking some great
yeah.
supplements until dinner time. But this program is caffeine free. So,
Mhm.
what Roxanne just shared, I have heard from so many people. I don't consume a lot of caffeine. So, my day one, I was like, this is okay. But what I've heard from a lot of people, Roxanne, is what you just said is I didn't realize how much caffeine was affecting me and sugar. So, when you say it was hard, what were some of your symptoms
I
that day?
just I got the caffeine headache. So I got the caffeine headache, and I found myself so often walking over to the cupboard and going, "Oh yeah, I can't do this." And I wanted sugar. I wanted something sweet.
Right.
But I stuck to it. And part of sticking to it, I had two friends doing it with me, which
Oh,
if you're
yeah.
going to do it, I highly recommend doing it with someone because it certainly makes you like, I would go to the cupboard and go, oh yeah, I can't do that. You're so disappointed in me.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. So thank you for sharing that day one was a little bit harder. So tell us about day two. So you guys, just so you know, you get a guide and it's super simple. The simplicity of this program is so simple. So you get a guide that says at this time, you're going to take this supplement. At this time, you're going to eat a protein. At this time, you're going to eat a fat. And it's really fail safe. Hey, Roxanne, because you just
Yeah.
follow that along. So I found on day two, I don't know if you felt this way. Day two, I felt like, holy man, all I am doing is eating.
Sorry.
That's okay. All I felt like I was eating a lot of food. Did you feel like that?
Yeah. Sorry. My daughter is calling me, of course.
Okay.
I just let her know I can't answer. The food, everything tasted so delicious.
Yeah.
And
Everything.
I was also like, oh my gosh, how am I going to get all this food in?
That's the
Because
way
part
I
of,
felt too.
yeah, and that whole empty nesting thing and not eating very much was, I didn't realize that I don't eat enough food.
Yes.
That was
Thank
what
you.
else I
So
learned about myself.
this is what a lot of my clients have been saying, and I would agree with this for myself too, is I realized I was not eating regularly, I was not eating enough, and I was not eating enough protein as a woman. We need to eat a ton of protein as a woman.
All of those things.
So tell us, you had told me this too, and I think a lot of people will relate to this too. You had told me that you had a very stressful job for a long time and had cortisol levels and had gained some stress weight.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about where I am physically, right? And I've been a proponent of the lean body system. I love what that has done for me for muscle tone and stuff. But even with all of that, because that cortisol weight I carried for so long, for like 15 years, I still, the middle is still not where I would like it to be. And that is definitely, as women, cortisol affects us as stress. And when we hit menopause, that gets worse. That's where we tack on weight.
Absolutely. So this program is so simple and easy, you guys, and it targets 4 types of weight loss. So digestive bulk, if you know what that means, drop that emoji, digestive bulk, water weight, which women specifically, right? Inflammation, and then fat loss. So where do you think, well, how'd you do? Let's start there. Your results after round 1.
I'm doing great. Sorry, I'm just going to let her know that I'm on a live. I dropped 7.6 pounds.
Woo! In 5 days, you guys.
5 days. And one of the other things that I had known about myself, but really this drove home, was that I don't drink enough water in the day.
Right.
So in those 4 kinds of weight loss, I know lots of people think it's just going to be water loss. You're just going to dehydrate. But I actually was more hydrated after the 5 days. I have one of those fancy schmancy little scales that tells me what my hydration is.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And my hydration was actually up. So I dropped 7.6 pounds, was more hydrated, and felt great after the 5 days. Like, great.
So
I feel like my skin's glowing, and I have my dimple back.
Right. So I love that. So you have your dimple back, because people, you guys, when we're dehydrated, our skin looks dehydrated. So I love that. Yeah. So you did this the middle of June. So have you kept that off? This is always the question.
I have maintained most of it. I've maintained over 5 of it. I did have a stressful day and ate some cookie dough. And
that's normal. That is going to happen in our lives, right? That's normal.
And it's summer, right? So we're in the time period where we want to look our best, but we're also tempted with barbecues and gatherings and more drinks and all of those things. I feel really great that I've maintained 5 of it. Totally. And I am going to do it with the group in July as well. I'm doing it again because I felt so great and I really want to ingrain those habits.
Yes.
And my body just feels like it's operating at a higher level. Like, it feels cleaner and it feels good.
Yes. So I would say that, so my results after 1 round were 5.8 pounds, and it's actually gone up to 8 pounds. So I've maintained that, which I find super fascinating. But what I learned too was I wasn't eating enough protein, not drinking enough water. But what I always say to people is, I feel like this is a metabolic reset, this system. But what I really feel it was for me was like a brain rewire set. And I know that maybe doesn't make any scientific sense, but I'm really more conscious now of those healthy habits, right? Like, how much water am I drinking, right? Have I had my protein today? Am I mindlessly eating, or am I eating because I need to be, right? What are the good fats? All those things. So I feel like it resets our system to be conscious of those healthy habits, because you're bang on, Roxzane. We all want to feel great in the summer and be in our little bikinis and our tank tops, but we're also eating all of the summer stuff and the extra alcohol for some people and all those things, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, my sister just did it as well. And she said the same thing about basically rewiring the brain. It was this great reminder of how good nutritious food tastes and how good it makes your body feel when you're eating cleaner.
Yeah. And I really feel like I should patent this saying, but I always say nothing tastes as good as healthy feels. And you are bang on that when I eat nutritious, good food, it tastes better, if that makes sense. Like, it tastes better. So if you're interested in the 5-day drop, just drop below, type out the number 5 and then DD. So 5DD, just type that out and we'll get you some information. What is your best advice, Roxzane, to anyone that's maybe thinking about doing the 5-day drop?
Aside from do it, just do it. Do it with a friend, because honestly, having that accountability really kept me on track and made me not give up.
Yes.
If you are a coffee drinker, be prepared for that. You know, you maybe want to wean off coffee for a few days before you start it.
And we will say this too, if you're watching this and you're like, I cannot do this because I cannot give up my coffee. We have learned that if you choose to have a cup of black coffee during it, it's not going to wreck your results. You can't put cream or sugar in it. But if you really need, like, don't let that stop you. Don't let that be a barrier. So
honestly, it felt better. Like my head felt better by the next day. Like it was kind of one day. And I think part of that is just because you're putting so much clean stuff in your body adjusts to it really fast.
Totally. So just type out 5DD down below for info. This is sold out twice, you guys. It was like the middle of May. Hey, this came out, Roxzane, I want to say middle of May.
Yeah, middle of May.
We've sold out of it twice. You do not want to wait. If you're thinking about this, you have a special event coming up, you just want to feel cleaner, healthier, all the things, do not wait, because I guarantee it is going to continue to sell out until we kind of get at our stock levels. So that's how crazy it is, right? People want this and everyone is getting results. If you follow the plan, so when you get this, you also get a plan, tells you when to eat, how to eat, what time, how to do your portion controls. It's fail safe. Everyone gets results if they follow this plan. Okay. Thanks for sharing, Roxzane. I am so glad you've had great results. And I love how you just feel like you're running at a higher level. I think that's the best testimonial to this at all. So, all right, you guys. So if you're watching and you need info, just drop 5DD down below. We'll get you some info. Happy summer, everyone. Be safe, healthy, and get your healthy lifestyle kicked off. Thanks.